Hey guys, it's the Fujo Fairy here, coming at you with another video. For today's video, it's gonna be a quick little first impressions about a manga that was recently released about, I think it was either this Tuesday or last Tuesday. I honestly don't remember exactly. And I just finished reading it the other day, and I really enjoyed it, so I just wanted to sit here and do a first impressions with you guys. I saw one or two other people talking about this manga, so I wanted to just put in my own 2 cents into this because I really enjoyed this, and that is Die Dark by Q Hayashida. This is by the same mangaka who did Dorohedoro. I watched the anime of Dorohedoro and I absolutely loved it. I love the sense of humor, I love the art style, I love the way the story is told, and I just knew I was going to like this one as well, since it's by the same person. I have not read the actual manga for Dorohedoro. I do plan on reading it eventually. I just have a lot on my plate right now, so I'll read it eventually. But she has a new manga that's being serialized in Japan currently, and that is Die Dark. I think it's up to 4 or 5 volumes in Japan right now. I could be completely wrong. Maybe it's only 3. Oh, I think it's 3 volumes. I think it's 3 or 4. But it's really good, and I just want to talk about it. So yeah, here is what the volume looks like. Before I get into it, I just want to show you guys how beautiful this first volume is. It's one of my favorite like covers. I think it's really nice. It's like glossy and then matte over here, and just look, the quality of this manga is really nice as well. Also, I must say the pages on this are so white. Really, I'll show you. It's very white. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's like whiter than a normal manga. I have another manga right here. I have this one, and you can tell like the pages are really white. And not just that, it's actually shorter than your average manga. It's a little bit shorter than the this Viz volume, so I thought I'd just like mention that because I thought it was a little interesting. I don't think I have that many short manga like this, so yeah. But yes, I really like that the volume, also that the pages are so white. It goes so well with this particular manga because artwork, and which is why I think the pages are so white, because this mangaka uses a lot of really dark black and gritty type of style of artwork, so it works very well with just her artwork style. So all right, so I'm gonna read the synopsis on the back and then go more into my thoughts. Necromancy, space action, and dark humor collide in this wildly creative new series from the creator of Dorohedoro. Zaha Sanko's body has great and terrible powers. They say that possessing his bones will grant you any wish, even the desire to become ruler of the universe. But Sanko is still a teenager with his own life, and he isn't about to let every monstrous lowlife in the galaxy rip him limb from limb. He and his skeletal buddy Avakian, Avakian, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, I'm sorry, will use their dark powers to fend off any murderous attempts while they search space for whoever put this curse on Sanko's bones, because killing them might end the madness. And then Sanko can celebrate with his favorite spaghetti. Don't miss this hilarious, twisted, gruesome series. So yeah, like it says, this takes place in space, or just like in space in general. They go from planet to planet, from universe to universe. I'm not exactly sure if this is in our like universe or not. From the context clues, I'm guessing it's not, but it could be. We never know. He was eating spaghetti meatballs at one point, as well as ramen in another part of this as well. So it could be. I could be completely wrong, and it could be part of our universe, but more farther away, if that makes sense. So we don't know too much about these characters. This first volume kind of just introduces the 2 main characters and what they're doing, and just their strengths and their dynamics, and just a little bit of story as world building as well. So our main character is Zaha Sanko. This is Sanko. He's the main character. He's 14 years old. He looks like a regular little boy. He looks a little bit older than 14. I honestly thought he was like 18 or 17. I didn't know he was so young. Also, can we just talk about like this mangaka's art style is so funny because she can draw such like gruesome, scary looking people, and then like look at him. he's literally a cute little cinnamon roll. He's so funny. He is very happy-go-lucky. He has a lot of jokes. He's always so uppity and happy, even though all these like creatures and monsters are trying to kill him for his bones. He's still like pretty lighthearted about the whole situation, and he just like ends up like he'll defeat the people and just move on with his life, like yeah, life is awesome type of shit. And he's really funny. I like him a lot. He's definitely a really good main character, somebody who I definitely will enjoy following. And then his friend that he travels along with, I'm just trying to get like a better picture of this guy. Give me a second. Here it is. His friend, this guy, which is Avican. It's really hard. Maybe I'll just call him Ava. Ava, whatever. Avicon. I don't know. I'm over it. This is what he looks like when he's in regular form, but most of the time he is just a backpack on Sanko's back, so that no one can kind of recognize where Sanko is. It's in the story, it seems that everyone, like all over the world, all over the universe, knows who this Sanko person is, and they know that if they capture him and take his bones, they could have their wish come true. Most of the time, they're trying to capture him so that they can get their bones and wish to be the ruler of the universe or whatever it is that they want to be. So, yeah. So Ava, like I said, I'm just going to call him Ava to make it easier for myself. Ava is a pretty chill guy. Since Sanko is more of the happy-go-lucky guy, Ava's kind of like almost like the opposite of that. It's kind of like, if you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, it's like a perfect analogy. It's kind of like Gojo, who's like this happy, cheery guy, and Anami. I think that's a good, interesting dynamic. They're similar, not exactly the same. Sanko is not 100% like Gojo, but he has a very similar sense of humor and way of presenting himself to people. And same thing with Ava and Anami. They're not exactly the same, but they have very similar, more of like the straight man, right? The straight man in the relationship. There's always one who's like more active and more happy, and then there's always one who tries to bring the other guy down back to earth and ground him a little bit. And he also kind of grounds the story a little bit. So the Ava isn't really a human. I don't even really think Sanko is a human either. He's put in a lot of situations where a typical person would probably be dead, but he doesn't die. So I'm guessing he's not human, even though he kind of looks human. He has certain abilities. He's able to control. He has like this something called the darkness or whatever, which is his powers. He's very strong. I will give him that. He is very, very strong and able to defeat a lot of these monsters or creatures or beings that are trying to attack him, because he's been going through it it seems that he's been going through it through his entire life. I could be wrong. We didn't get too much of his childhood, of like when he was cursed or who cursed him or any of that stuff. We have no idea. It's still pretty much a mystery. This first volume was just introducing the characters dynamics, and just a little bit of the world building about where they are, where he was born, all that stuff. I said I don't want to go into spoilers, so I'm not going to go into too much spoilers, so I'm not going to talk too much about what's going on. You already know the gist. It's just these two guys trying to find out who put this curse on him so that he can kill him. Pretty much the concept of the series. Of course, there's more to it. If you've seen Dorohedoro, then you know there is a lot of dark humor sprinkled throughout this series. just like really funny things that have like made me stop and like LOL and laugh out loud or whatever. And some really interesting characters. Let's see. We're introduced to this man, which is Darkness, who I think is going to be a reoccurring character within this series because he showed up again at the end. So I'm guessing that he's going to be shown a couple of times. I don't remember his name. I think it was Darkness. It could have been something else. And I don't know if he's a good guy or bad guy. It's hard to tell who's who in this series. There's really no good guys or bad guys. Everyone's kind of killing other people or whatever. So he's pretty cool. He likes to eat people. So he eats the souls of people. So I think his name is Death, not Dark Death. I think he's Death because he eats dead souls already. So people who are already dead, he'll eat them. And then this one girl is another character that we were introduced toward the end of the series. I don't remember her name either, but we don't know much about her at all. It's like the last few pages of the series. But I have a feeling that she's also going to be another character who's going to be part of the series and make a point in the series. So, yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. I really, really like this story. Filled with a lot of comedic moments, a lot of action, some gruesome parts as well. So if you're not into too much gruesome stuff, don't check this out. I will say, no offense to the mangaka, she's great or whatever, but she does have the same face syndrome. So if you've seen Dorohedoro, some of the characters from that look like the characters from Die Dark. My boyfriend really likes the anime Dorohedoro. He doesn't really read manga or anything like that, but he saw me reading this and he's like, oh, is that like a spin-off or something? Because some of the characters looked like the characters. Yeah. So some of the characters do look like the characters from Dorohedoro, but this is a completely different series. It has nothing to do with Dorohedoro. Well, it could, but from what I can tell, it's nothing to do. It's a completely different universe. There's no... People have powers, but they don't call it magic, or there's no wizards or any like that kind of stuff that was found in Dorohedoro. But I enjoyed this first volume a lot. I give this a solid like 7.5 out of 10 since it's just the first volume and we're just getting right into the series. Nothing of super significant happens. We just learn more about the characters and their goals. So definitely give this a shot, especially if you like some good, more mature, even though the main character is 14, it's not like a big role in it. He's not in high school or anything like that, so you can't even really... I mean, 14 I think is middle school, actually, now I think about it. Damn, he's really young. But he's not in school or anything like that. He's kind of just going from place to place trying to find the person who cursed him. So you can't even really tell that he's 14. He doesn't even look 14. So if you're looking for a series that it's not as childlike, not like a typical shonen, because I don't even think this is shonen. I think this is seinen. I could be wrong. I would definitely give this a shot. So have a great day, and thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, please like or subscribe. Bye.